position up on the water. And the reason why we're trying to get him to move more like he's moving in the 100 is he just never swims like he's going to swim on these first 5 strokes. He never races at that stroke. So we really try and do things in his training. Not so much right now at the beginning of the year. He's probably hating me for that. But we really try and get things that mimic or that move towards his 100 rhythm. Go ahead, about 5 strokes per lap. So a little more distance per stroke here. A little more catch up. You can see he's catching that front stroke every time. Staying up in the front quadrant of the stroke the whole time through. Not a heck of a whole lot of kick. When he swims a little more at that rhythm, that's what you see. He's just staying a little bit longer. Before he came out, he just went from a dive on Thursday afternoon, kind of at the end of the weight session, kind of with that stroke, just kind of going 40, did a 200 free, 47, 49, really never got out of that rhythm. And that's really, he's going to have to move a lot faster for a 100-meter freestyle to get down where he needs to go. So we really try and train that stroke. 2 drills that allow us to train that stroke. So we see 5 strokes on the drill. See there, just a little more rhythm through it, up on the water, not quite as lazy with the hips, so the line is staying nice and steady. It's not falling side to side like it was earlier. He's working right around that line through the stroke. So that's what the stroke looks like when he's racing a 100-meter freestyle. We have to develop drills, level of communication to really work through that. If we're going to slow things down, a couple of the things that I like to do from a very slow swimming freestyle perspective that is a drill for Nathan is straight arm freestyle. I'm just going to have him move through at 25, straight arm freestyle. Again, this is a little bit slower movement, but allows his recovery to come up over top. He's extending the entry point every time. It's getting a little bit away from what he's trying to do in terms of his 100 rhythm, but that's the recovery that we're looking for in his 100-meter freestyle. A little more freer recovery, up over top, keeping the armpit dry. Do that one more time on the way back. Head stays steady through this. It should stay steady through this as he's moving. Trying to get in as far out front as possible through this. Now, a couple of other drills that we'll do that will be a little more at rhythm. We'll do something that's called quick catch. And we'll do this in a couple of different ways. I'm going to have him do quick catch with his head down the line. He's going to go 5 strokes of quick catch and then carry that into his 100 rhythm. All we're doing with the quick catch is just establishing a good catch out front and then taking that into the stroke. Emphasizing the front part of the stroke and then carrying it into the rhythm of the swimming. Go ahead, 5 and then 5. In line, up front, right up over top. We'll do quick catch combination with swimming a little bit later on in the season as we're getting a little bit closer to what he needs to be doing. Nathan is a very aware swimmer, so he kind of knows where things are at in terms of his stroke. If he needs to get his elbow up and digging his pinky into his stroke a little bit, those are the things that he's constantly tinkering with anytime we go from a drill or even the swim. One last drill that I'll talk about, and then I'll have kind of Nathan maybe work through a drill that he likes, is we'll do freestyle with the dolphin kick. With this, it's not single arm butterfly drill. It's freestyle with the dolphin kick. Trying to time that stroke or that drive forward in the stroke with the dolphin kick as he goes through it. I'm going to have him go one time fairly moderate, and then one time on the way back, 5 strokes a little bit quicker. Not single arm butterfly, this is getting back to the longer stroke that we saw when we first started. We're just trying to time, feel that power, that connection from his core, from his entire core. Not so much the hip rotation, but the entire core pulling through that stroke. Now we'll have him go 5 strokes, a little bit quicker, still with the dolphin kick. Trying a little more forward into the stroke, really trying to get the hand over top, using that dolphin kick to accelerate the recovery forward. You have something you want
one of my favorite drills is to kind of separate, kind of break down your stroke and try to do that in your movement. And what I did with some of the swimmers this morning actually was work from, start off really doing some body position kick work and then move into doing single arm freestyle. So it really helps to kind of focus on one arm, focus on that recovery, make sure it's as efficient as possible. There's really no wasted movement. And make sure that you're really engaging kind of your core because that's the only pull you're getting. So you really got to have a great powerful pull with that arm to be efficient. So go ahead and do 1, 2, 5 each arm.
One of the things that we talk to our swimmers about when we do straight arm or single arm freestyle work, especially trying to time the breath into it. You see Nathan doing a really good job with it now without me having to explain it. With that head gets back down in line before he starts that pull. So in other words, he's swimming and he's breathing to the opposite side. You can go ahead and do it, Nathan, when you're ready. He's breathing to the opposite side. His head is back down before he starts that pull. You see the mistake among younger swimmers as they take the breath to the opposite side and letting the hand drift down, already into that pull before the head gets back down. Really limiting the amount of power you can create in the stroke on the breathing. We'll do a lot of single arm work, body position work with the snorkel just to eliminate the breathing because 80%, 75% of it is whatever.